Alright guys, buckle in and get comfy, because today's recap of The Shy Hero and the Assassin Princesses episode 12 is a wild ride through dream worlds, friendship tests, epic fails, and some absolutely savage banter. If you thought this party's adventures were a little chaotic before, trust me, this episode cranks the dial up to 11. We've got hidden feelings bubbling over, illusions shattering, heroes questioning their self-worth, and even the cutest monster hunt gone completely off the rails. So let's jump straight in and unravel every twist, every emotional beat, and all the ridiculous party antics. Episode 12 opens up right at the climax of last week's cliffhanger, with Goa snapping awake and exclaiming, "I remember everything." Right away, you get this sense that reality and dream are tangled up, not just for Goa, but for all the characters. Turns out Go's been causing all kinds of mischief back in reality, which sets the tone. Even when the party thinks they're safe, some brand new disaster is always lurking around the next corner. Miss Anemone is out after sunset, which is dangerous, so she gets called out. But instead of playing nice, she's got attitude for days, demanding the whereabouts of the weird kid from earlier. She's itching to stir up trouble, and, honestly, her snark is priceless. But then the conversation turns surreal. Anemone tells CL to hurry back into the dream. Wait, what? Is everyone still asleep? Suddenly, the episode sets up a mind game loop. Who's awake? Who's dreaming? Who's just pretending for the sake of manipulating their friends? Now, Ciel's got a pretty complicated relationship with dreams. She's not longing for something lost. She wants to make her ideal world real, with her own strength, not just live in an illusion. This little speech is huge for Ciel. It's not sentimental, but it shows off her ambition and probably hints at what's driving her, even while she pretends to be indifferent toward the others. Back to the shy hero, who's still in his sleep state, confused and tender, but finally wakes up for real when a bite brings him back to himself. He realizes, this dream world is tempting, but it's a trap. He won't let himself, or Goa, just float forever in a fantasy. He calls for Goa to continue the dream back in reality, dropping those 3 little words, "I love you," like an emotional hand grenade. Goa's overjoyed, demanding a repeat performance in the real world too. They're adorable back and forth feels like the emotional center of the episode. Underneath the mess, this group really does care about each other, even if they communicate by way of death threats and pranks. But not everything is straightforward. Turns out, part of the reason it's possible to escape the dream is because Goa herself subconsciously created a child version to help the others out. This twist is so clever. Go's guilt, or maybe a buried hope for connection, sabotages her own illusion. Even when she's acting the villain, she can't help but offer a loophole for her friends to find their way back to reality. It's not clean, though. The group has to fight off dream world enemies before the escape door appears. Every character's take is hilarious. Moan's complaining that babysitting made things harder, and Ciel is bitter she deserves all the credit for defeating the boss. Go's little girl self stays behind, content to let her friends go. But the real Go's reaction is not so chill when confronted back in reality. Finally, everyone wakes up. Go's caught red-handed. Her overnight plotting and magical shenanigans failed, and now the others are ready for payback. Seal is not having Goa's childish posturing, threatening to kill her straight up, but predictably failing once the goofy camaraderie breaks through. Hero Boy, true to form, immediately shouts his love for Goa without a shred of embarrassment, stunning everyone and leaving his friends skeptical about his sanity. The emotional dynamic is pure chaos. T2 affection, rivalry, and total confusion jumble together until poor Goa's left sobbing her heart out, only to recover a second later and vow more deadly fun for all. Episode 12 then jumps forward. Morning routines, banter over last night's insanity, and Hero Boy heading off for his early weight training. The party's funds are low, so instead of the prestigious C-rank promotion, they grab a low-paying emergency quest. A monster hunt that's affecting a village's food supply. We also get some sensitive context for the hero, his childhood scar, and the trauma of losing everything to monsters, reminding viewers what really motivates him, even as the girls tease him or play down their own backgrounds. A monster hunt should be simple, right? Wrong. Seal, ever the secretive assassin princess, hesitates to use her magic tracker. She doesn't want the hero to know about her true capabilities. Anemone and Moan dish out hilarious physical and verbal punishments, and before you know it, the trio locates the target using demon dowsing rods, which is ridiculous and adorable. The monster, though, is actually tiny and irresistibly cute, cleaning its paws as the party gawks. Of course, catching it turns into a slapstick mess. Hero Boy is helpless, totally outmatched by its speed, while the girls brag they'd have done better, but refuse to show their real skills. When Anemone decides to get serious, carnage follows. Magic barriers, paralyzing perfumes, threats, chaotic chanting, and a contest to see who's got the deadliest approach. But this monster's not just fast, it's got reflection magic. Any trick they throw at it gets reflected back. The whole hunt crumbles when everyone passes out or misses their shots, adding a laugh-out loud layer to their usual failures. Turns out, all that drama was for nothing, because villagers found the real culprit, a boar, not a monster or divine beast. So while the villagers celebrate, Hero Boy's left a little shaken, apologizing to his friends for always messing up when it matters, convinced he's practically useless. But the episode delivers its heart here. Dad Jars Anemone tells him that's the point of the journey. Progress, mistakes, growing together. That's the real adventure. The party reassures him they've got a lot more to take care of, and they're happy just journeying together, even with all their failures. Hero Boy promises to work hard so he can stop passing out on jobs, only to immediately faint again, triple fail. The girls decide it's time for another game of rock, paper, scissors to see who'll take the next crack at him, and the whole party dissolves back into giggling, bickering, and mutual enjoyment. So what does the ending really mean? Well, The dream world was this seductive illusion of happiness and perfection, but the characters decide, together, that imperfect reality, with its setbacks, embarrassing moments, and all their party drama, is worth fighting for. Gau's childishness, Harrow Boy's insecurities, Seal's ambitions, and Anemone's snark all blend in an odd, but loving, mess. Their relationships are messy, competitive, and full of unfinished business. But that's exactly what makes their journey so compelling. Looking back, episode 12 was packed with emotional growth, hilariously botched teamwork, and just enough hope to keep us rooting for this ridiculous, lovable group. They're awkward, they're flawed, and half the time they trip over their own pride or confusion. But every episode they inch closer to becoming a real team. And, sometimes, the only way out of a dream is to trust your friends, even when your reality seems just as bizarre. So, guys, what did you think of the dream battle twist? Were you rooting for the hero? Or did you enjoy watching the assassin princesses torment him a little more? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And if you want more recaps, banter, and ending explanations just like this, make sure to smash that like button, share it with your fellow anime junkies, and of course, subscribe to the channel for more content. See you at the next adventure. Will the hero finally stop passing out? Or will the girls find even weirder ways to challenge him? Hit subscribe and let's find out together.